Welcome to the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Good day, everyone. It is time for the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we focus on one life, one smile at a time. Listen, you guys, we got a doozy today. Today's topic is called the law of attraction. Now, I know that when I said the law of attraction, you zoomed in probably on relationships and that perspective. Nope, we're not talking about relationship law of attraction. We're going to talk about law of attraction in a variety of subjects and things, because the law of attraction it's a wide way of thinking of attracting things to you. But the word law it's the principle of a thing. Let me tell you, in the year 2020, of course, the pandemic was not made known to the world in the United States, I believe maybe in March and April. Well, the entire year in 2020, I was at home anyway. And so the first 2 months in February, I was in my panic mode because I'm not at the age of retirement. So I was thinking, this is great. I can start to think about a different way, a different avenue, or maybe a different career, or whatever it was. But I was sitting here panicking because I've been working all my life and it wasn't time for me to retire. So I didn't know exactly what to do. But what I did beginning in March is begin to look around my home and think about what could I do with my time instead of panicking, because I did not want the law of attraction of panic to start to come towards me. So I began to declutter my house. I began to declutter things around my home in different rooms. I've been living in my house since 1997. So of course, over the years, you start to accumulate a lot of things that you don't need. So I started to go through each room and start to declutter. So I had a sofa, a white sofa. It's supposed to have been white. I don't even think it was white. I think it was beige because I've cleaned it so much. And I moved that sofa into one of my bedrooms and said, okay, we're going to declutter. We're going to move the sofa into this bedroom. And I began to go through every room of my house. I started with the bathroom underneath the cabinet. And I looked underneath the cabinet and I saw all these things. And there were items there that had been underneath the cabinet for over maybe 15 to 20 years, like old fingernail polish remover that I probably completely forgot it was underneath there. Lotion that I've never used over 5 to 10 years. Now, I'm not sure exactly if lotion have an expiration date, but I didn't want to take that chance. So I began to declutter and remove all of these things. Why am I talking about decluttering? Because the law of attraction, once you start decluttering, you're no longer attracting cluttering things in your life, so that there's like this clear, clean, this spring type feeling that you're getting. I wanted this new way of life. So in order to have a new way of life, as far as my personal presence when I go out and about, I truly believe it starts within your home. So I began to start decluttering. And I was finding things that I completely forgot I had. Like fingernail nail polish and fingernail clippers. I just started decluttering. Even though you can use nail clippers, to me, they were old, out of date, and I started to throw them away. I throw everything away, every single thing that I could probably repurchase brand new. And so I started going through all these rooms. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. Now, the whole entire year in 2020, I decluttered. I called Salvation Army and I had them to pick up that old sofa. It was actually a sofa bed. I've never slept on the bed. It was actually brand new. It's just the cover of the cushions. I cleaned it so much. I said, get rid of it. Old treadmills, get rid of it. Just get rid of everything. So now it's the year 2021. And on yesterday, I was in the kitchen looking for a particular item. And I opened a drawer. Now, the whole year of 2020, I cleaned everything. I decluttered everything. But I don't know why this particular drawer in my kitchen did not pop at me to say, declutter this particular drawer. It just did not. But now it is 2021. I'm looking for a particular item. And I open this drawer. It's about 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and all of a sudden, this drawer pops at me to say, declutter. And I'm looking at this drawer, and I'm trying to figure out what is in here. Now, it had recipes, it had things like old pot holders, the items that you use to get out hot items out the oven. It had, it had screws, it had nail polish, it had pictures of my friends sending me pictures of their children when they were born. I had Christmas cards. All these items is in this particular drawer. I had old coupons from grocery stores that had expired. All these things is in this particular drawer. It had curling iron items, it had old manuals from equipment that I no longer had. And this drawer had all these items, and it's popping at me. So when I open the drawer, I have to hold the things down in order to open the drawer fully. This is how bad it was. And I'm thinking, I need to declutter this. So I'm taking all the items out of this particular drawer, laying them on my counter, my kitchen counter, and it's a pile of junk, everything. So I start to declutter this particular drawer, and now I only have a few manuals, the equipment that I do have in my kitchen, and I have, I went and purchased new pot holders. I threw the old ones away because why would you keep something old? Because I burned them and they had been torn, probably have been wet. They just did not look up to par. So I started throwing all these things away. I kept the pictures of my friends' children, and I placed them in a nice folder where I keep all my pictures, and just throwing all this stuff away. So now the drawer is nicely, I put the screws and the screwdrivers in a nice Ziploc bag, and I placed them where they needed to go in my room, in the garage. Why did I have them in the kitchen? Because when you're building things and you're nailing things on the wall, what do? You go for the nearest place where you normally just throw things in a drawer, which I did, and that's where I was putting them, in my kitchen drawer. And you said, what has this got to do with the subject, the law of attraction? It has a lot to do with the subject, the law of attraction. It's because the law of attraction attracts everything that you are. If there are things in your life that you need to declutter, and you start to question why things are not flowing, things are not flowing because there's places in your life where you need to declutter. I think about when you look at a stream of water, and they have rocks, and there's things, people have thrown dirt in these oceans and rocks, and the water cannot flow. It contaminates the water because of things and particles that's in that water that don't supposed to be there. And the law of attraction, I began to think, and not that I was having any issues about the law of attraction, but I did not want to have any issues of law of attraction. And for that to bring to my attention yesterday, even though I had decluttered my entire house in the year 2020, I don't know why this drawer in my kitchen did not signal to me to change it. This is the interesting part about whether or not there are things that you need to declutter in your house. It's because Like I stated, the whole entire year of 2020, I decluttered everything, my closets. I threw old purses away. I threw old clothing away and shoes that I no longer had. I took them to Goodwill. It's a place where you can take your old items away. I had a bike, a mountain bike that I paid maybe $300 to $400 for. I no longer was using. I did not use the bike anymore. So I took it to Goodwill and let whoever child is going to be excited about that beautiful mountain purple bike that I bought. They're going to get a great bike. I just gave everything away. But this particular drawer in my kitchen was the only drawer that I did not declutter. And what's amazing is it signified me very strongly yesterday, which lead me to believe there's a future of something that's coming down the pipe. This is where, I most of the time I talk about spiritual things, but as human beings, we are all spiritual beings anyway, whether you believe in God or not. We're all spiritual beings. And there are times when our body or our inward knowledge start to notify us a way ahead of time to let us know to do certain things. And to me, I felt like my drawer in my kitchen was letting me know there are some things coming down the line in my life that if I do not take care of this drawer in this kitchen and to declutter it and throw the old things away, it's going to affect the flow of something that's coming in the future. And this is why I want to talk about the law of attraction. You have to be prepared before the law of attraction gets to you. You cannot wait to the last minute and decide, oh, I need to take care of this. No, when you get that idea or that strong pull to take care of something, go ahead and do it, regardless of how tired you may be feeling. Take it step by step, do a little bit at a time. Because anytime when something is notifying you as like this pull, this inward knowing, I need to take care of this, go ahead and take care of it, because there's something coming in the future that you don't want to have a stumbling block and keep it from going and flowing. But I was so excited about taking care of that. I did not want to do it because it was a lot of mess. I had old popsicle sticks. When you have the popsicle sticks, I use them for I think it was the wooden old popsicle sticks. I use them for my gardening. I write on them to let me know what I'm planting in my garden. So I had tons of those, probably over 100 of them. Why do I need 100? So I threw probably maybe 75% of them away because I don't need 100. But I did not want anything to affect what should come and continuously aflow. Everybody's life is not the same when we talk about monetary. But when I'm talking about a law of attraction, is whatever it is that should attract to you should be a continuously flow. You should just walking like in a day of a really great day, a really day like a spring garden or a spring day. You want it to continue to flow. You don't want anything to be blocking any kind of prosperity. You don't want anything to block any relationships that's coming. You don't want any opportunities to be blocked because you did not declutter. And you want the law of attraction to flow like it should in your particular life. Like I stated, everybody's life is not the same. But when we want to talk about our individual life, you want your life to be decluttered. And it always starts from your home. And it always starts from your home. It starts within. It starts with your mind. It starts with your heart. It starts with, your personal life in order for the law of attraction to happen. Because we are not created to be people without relationships and without the common necessary things to cause us to flourish in life. And so yesterday when I was dealing with that one particular drawer, I'm thinking, why did I not clean out this drawer? I cleaned out everything else in the kitchen underneath the cabinet. I had old cleaning supplies that I needed to throw away. I had painting, like cans of paint where I was painting my house at one time, and I use it to, when I scrape my walls, I just kind of paint over it. I had stacks of that. I didn't need but one can. But this particular drawer, it never signified for me to clean it until yesterday. And the next year. But whatever it is in your life, declutter, because you do not want to cause the law of attraction to stumble trying to get to you. I truly believe that the year 2021 is going to be a great year for people. We learned so much in the year 2020 that the year 2021, we all have hopes and we all have goals and we all have these ideas that let's not repeat the year of 2020. And so just wanted to bring that before you all. The law of attraction can be a variety of things, not just only in relationships, but it could be in opportunities. It could be the flow of you writing your first book. Whatever it is, it could be the flow of you moving into a better house or a bigger house, or the flow of having children, the flow of getting married, the flow of having a new relationship in your life. Whatever it is, the law of attraction can affect your entire life, not only just in relationships, but in every facet of your life. But that's what I wanted to talk to you all about, is declutter your life so the law of attraction can flow not just in 10% of your life, but in 100% of your life. But this is the end of our podcast, and I hope you all enjoyed our discussion, our dialogue about the law of attraction. And here at the Sonia Buchanan Show, we want you to win just like we want myself to win. So I truly believe that we can all win. That's the whole purpose of presenting you this dialogue for today. The law of attraction, declutter your life, and make it happen in the year 2021. This is the end of our podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I thank you for listening. I thank you for supporting. And this is your girl, Sonia Buchanan, where we focus on one life, one smile at a time. Until next week, you guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to our broadcast, The Sonia Buchanan Show, where we focus on one life, one smile at a time. Until next time, bye you guys.